For the latest top tips, reviews and advice, please subscribe below.
Hello and welcome to Attwoolls Outdoors with me, Mike. Today I'm kind of answering the question we do get asked quite a bit. What is a SkyLiner and kind of what is SkyShield? So I suppose SkyLiner firstly is almost a different terminology for a roof liner. Roof liners we've had for years and years, going back to old sort of cabin on cotton tents really, so it's nothing really new in terms of a concept. A sky shield on the other hand is basically a roof protector. It's just kind of Vango's terminology for those components. So what are the benefits of them? So for SkyLiner, for example, what it's almost doing is creating a pocket of air between two layers of fabric to sort of help reduce the difference in temperature between the layers to help reduce condensation. So it has a few things. Think of it more in many ways as trying to create double glazing for your tent. So having that pocket of air helps almost an air temperature, finds it's a bit more warmer inside of here, and like I said, you get less condensation. Also, I find that I love the fact that it creates almost like a cozy kind of feeling. It feels almost like I'm in a den, the fact that you've got this kind of line in here and you're sort of underneath the sheet of your tent you've made at home with a few poles and things like that. So it's a more customary kind of cozy feeling. And also with the Vango versions, they kind of match the with the curtains. So again, it's kind of that uniform kind of style. Probably, to be fair, if anything, regardless of the condensation benefits and things like that, the thing I do love about it is how easily the sky sort of sunbeam lights work with it. So you can get this really lovely light system and just feeding it through the tabs of the actual liner itself. And it just gives you lighting without having to worry about sort of lanterns hanging down. So that in alone, which you can use in a tent or use in an awning, I think is a really, really nice benefit. The Sky Shield, on the other hand, or roof protector, we will move on to now. So let's have a look at that. So now I've obviously got the roof protector on the actual tent itself. Now, one thing it sort of does in many ways is, as we talked about having double glazing, this is almost like triple glazing, or if you don't have the liner, double glazing. It's creating an extra layer in the same method we had on the inside tent, but for the outside tents. Now the difference in terms of the benefits of having that extra layer as well is that it's going to help sort of insulate the tent in many ways, but what you find is the back of kind of the roof protectors or sky shields are kind of like foil back lined. So it's definitely more of an insulator, or if you, in some cases you can turn them upside down, you actually reflect some of the sort of UV and the heat from the sun back up to try and keep it as cool as possible. Its main kind of thing, as the name suggests in terms of a roof protector, is to stop it from the UV rays, meaning the tent lasts a bit longer. The main kind of killer for tents in terms of generally is kind of the UV, the sun. It breaks the material down, it strips it down, becomes very papery thin and very kind of brittle. It then becomes very easy to rip, and once you get to that point, that tent's pretty much had it. There's no kind of way back from it. You see this more certainly with polyester tents, you do polycottons, which is kind of why you see all the tents itself, or which are available for roof protectors or sky shields, tend to be polyester tents. Really, you can use this kind of roof protector or sky shield on a polycotton, but in theory the problem is that you're actually adding a non-breathable layer onto a breathable tent, so you're almost a bit counteracting what you're going to, what the fabric of polycotton kind of gives to you. So really it's something I wouldn't maybe advise. It's something I would definitely say if you wanted to add on, it's worth it, providing that you're going to probably use it more down the lines of keeping the tent clean from bird muck or tree sap. So if you're in those scenarios, I definitely reckon it works well. And again, that's one of the extra things that is a benefit of kind of a roof protector in its own. The way you attach it, we've done a separate video about that, but you can literally clip it on, and they all tend to be bespoke made for the tent in question. So if there's not a roof protector available for your tent, there's not really one that is going to be fit. Reason being is every single tab is bespoke made, so it clips on every single beam, and that's one of the joys of it. You find that everything clips on with additional loops that are pre-stitched into the actual tent. You then also have kind of this sort of elasticated part to kind of leave it over and make sure you've got enough pull on it, and you've got the same on the other side. We've seen it in the past, even sometimes with different years and models, some will fit better than others. So it's always best to double check that what you're going to buy is going to work in the way it needs to do. With that sort of kind of triple glazing in many ways, it really does help to work in conjunction with that SkyLiner to, like I said, reduce condensation, but generally elongate and improve kind of your quality of the camping trip that you're going on. So if you have any more questions or queries about kind of SkyLiners, Sky Shields, or roof linings, roof protectors, you can always sort of contact us directly via obviously the sort of link below or in the comments box below, and we can always try and help out the best we can. But that kind of gives you a bit more of an insight into what you kind of do get and what is essentially a SkyLiner and SkyShield. So thanks again for watching, and we hope to see you again soon.